Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to beat the Monday blues. Now, we all have experienced feelings of frustration, anxiety, feeling of confusion, or a feeling of being lost on early Monday mornings. Now, why does this happen to us? The thing is that there are many things that affect our moods, particularly when we are approaching for work or when we are getting ready for work. So, now in the morning, when you are beginning to prepare for your work, it is important that you approach it with a feeling of cheerfulness, but it doesn't happen on Monday mornings. And the main cause for this is having a late night on Sundays and not having sufficient rest on Sunday night. So that leads to this kind of a distressful experience on Monday mornings. Now, what can be done about this thing so that you approach your work, you approach the new week with a sense of cheerfulness and pleasant mood? There are many ways you can help yourself and prepare yourself for approaching the week with a renewed mindset, with a cheerful disposition. So let's begin it point by point. Now, the first thing is that whenever you feel Monday blues, you must try to identify the problem that is causing this kind of a distressful experience. So, for that, you need to do some introspection and check within yourself as to what is it that is really putting your mood off on Mondays. Is it the nature of your job or work that you're doing, or is it something to do with some colleagues? Like something like an unresolved issue with some colleagues or co-workers, or is it got to do something with your interactions with your seniors or your boss? Now, if at all these are the reasons, or either of this is the reason, then you need to put some time for yourself and try to work out some strategy or plan to deal with this issue, so that working waking up on Monday mornings and getting ready for work does not become so daunting for you, and you can approach your day with a smile. Now, the next thing is that you should prepare for your Mondays on Friday itself. Now, what do I mean by that? Approaching a Monday with no sense of plan of action will make you feel kind of a disoriented and a sense of feeling lost as to uh, how to go about the day, and which thing to do first, or basically it's all about prioritizing. On the other hand, if on Friday, by Friday evening, say, you have a plan or a chart ready in your mind as to what are the pending things that need to be done in the coming week, or if they are to be done on Monday itself, then you can approach the Monday morning with a sense of clarity, and you will not feel all jinxed up and disoriented on Monday mornings. So that is what you need to do. On Fridays itself, you need to make a list of tasks that need to be completed in the coming week, or maybe they have to be completed on Monday. So that programs your mind, that prepares your mind to approach Monday on a solid foundation. You're not lost, you have a sense of direction which you have already charted out, and you are going to function throughout the day accordingly. So that will sort you out basically. Now, also, there is an important point I would like to say, that is, you need to make some realistic boundaries. Realistic boundaries about what? Realistic boundaries between your work life and your recreation. Because what happens in the guise of recreation, many of us overindulge ourselves in things and activities on weekends, and particularly if they are like long weekends. Say sometimes we have long weekends, there is a public holiday on Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday you have a day off, or sometimes even Monday is an off. That happens rarely, but if in case you have such a long weekend, or even a 3-day weekend that starts from Friday to Sunday, in these kind of scenarios, it is a very common tendency to feel that it's almost like a mini vacation, and then you do whatever you need to do, you want to do, and you feel like, and you have no sense of timings. You don't maintain any timetables, or you don't follow even a general timeline as to, like, as far as your sleep and rest are concerned. It's almost like a marathon holiday for you. So in that case, what happens, you overindulge yourself in recreation, and end up not giving sufficient rest to yourself, and that becomes a major cause for all the anxiety, frustration, and losing your sense of temper and control on Monday mornings. So, and it becomes almost like a torment to go to work. It becomes a huge task to do your basic routine work. So, to avoid that, you need to work on yourself and make yourself comfortable with the idea that recreation has its own place and time, and work has its own place and time in your life, and both are important. It's not that you need to just entertain yourself and have the fun, and everything else is not important. So we have to take things in perspective and bring about a balance and work it out for us, because each of us is a unique individual, and our needs, aspirations, desires are all very different. So you need to work out a way where you balance your recreation with your work life, and be comfortable in that kind of a setup where you don't feel the jerks of swinging from weekend to the work week, and then from work week to the weekend. So it has to be a very balanced sort of approach to both the things that are important for anyone's life. The next way to put an end to your Monday blues is by making a list of things you are excited about or you are passionate about. So you need to figure out what are the things and activities that you like to do or you would like to do in your leisure time, even on weekdays. And if you feel that you don't have time for leisure or recreation on weekdays, you can just try to give yourself few minutes at the end of your working day when you come back home and unwind. Give yourself some few 15-20 minutes to do those things that make you feel full of life. It can be anything. It can be reading a blog or listening to a couple of songs. Since you don't have sufficient time, just a little bit of music can change your mind and refresh you. So little things, but they can go a long way in changing your experience of the day. So uh, that's what you should do, because nowadays everyone is hooked onto social media and WhatsApp and Facebook. So one feels that checking out the messages that are coming in your social media accounts is a way to give yourself that recreation, but not necessarily so. A lot of content that you would probably not would would not probably uh, check out by your own choice. It is all hurled on to you to watch, and you end up doing that because your friend has sent it, or your some other groups have sent it. So, but maybe that's not what you actually want or you need at that point of time. Instead, you can just listen to a couple of your favorite songs that will refresh you more than checking out the forwards that come in the WhatsApp and all that. Because it has become a very unconscious habit to check out a WhatsApp and Facebook every now and then. It doesn't give us that pleasure, but not all of the content gives us the kind of recreation that we would want. And it's not about recreation. I understand that it's also about getting some news or some important communication being done. But at the same time, it is being overused, and it is defeating the purpose for which it is created, because it is being stretched too far, and we need to put a control knob on it ourselves. It will not be done by the system or by others. That's what we need to work on our own selves to do that. And it's our own responsibility to our own self. So to improve the quality of our life and experience, we should do it. So instead, you can watch a couple of scenes from your favorite movie or some classic movies that you would like. That will refresh you more than something else would. So these are the things, and as I've already said, taking enough rest on Sunday nights will prepare you for Monday mornings, because the weekend is going to come again, and so on and so forth. So Monday is not the end of everything, and there is always a weekend that will follow week by week. So that's the way you approach to manage your Monday blues, and say, hello Monday, I'm ready.